Ay-Lex, welcome to the podcast. Thank you for being patient with us here at the studio. Came in a busy time.
It's okay. You're popping off right now, so you're busy.
Now you're popping up. You just played Splash House. I mean, we're fresh out Splash House, recover from Splash House. We're talking about before the podcast how it takes two to 3 days to recover now. It's not like
Took
you
me
just
like
can't go.
48 hours to get like 100% for sure.
So,
Knocked me on my ass.
okay, so Alex, tell us a little about your experience performing at Splash House this weekend. What do you think of the show this weekend? You went to both weekends, right?
I did both weekends. It's just what I love out here is everything seems to be 2 weeks. It's like how can you not? So everyone's been asking me that. It's just so hard to like put one word to like really describe it. I just probably undescribable would be like the first word, but so emotional, so great. I just feel so whole, inspired, and just everything. I want more for sure. I don't want it just to be the only time for sure. Amazing, beautiful.
So you got to play at the Renaissance on weekend two. When did you get that call? Or how was the experience of actually playing? Like for someone's like, oh, how does someone get in the lineup? How do you even get in there? Who call? Like, what's that process like? A little behind the scenes, if you could tell us.
So Tyler, I think McLean is his last name. He was the one that kind of reached out, and how I got in cahoots with him is I used to DJ at the surf club, and
The Palm String Surf Club.
the Palm Springs Surf Club, which I love it there. That's if you haven't been, it's such a vibe. So they during Coachella they did an event there for both of the weekends, and because I DJ there every weekend, I was like, okay, I'm losing out on money here, and so I shot my shot, and I asked I think she's the owner. I was like, hey, instead of not playing, I don't know what you could do, but do you think you could maybe like have me be the opener or something? And then she got me in a group chat, like cell phone with me and Tyler, and just kind of introduced me and asked that way. And so got to open up for Sarah Laundry weekend two, Coachella, and Rico Nasty, and it's like a badass all female DJ lineup, and it was so cool. It was in the middle of the day, and we all went pretty hard. I went hard. I think we all kind of like curated our sets around Sarah. So I did go pretty hard for a pool set, and I heard that. So then I asked Tyler again. I was like, hey, I know you do Splash House.
Do you
I was
get to
like,
meet Sarah Landry?
I did not. She was so like high in demand. Like everyone wanted to meet her. So at that moment, I just decided to respect that, and just,
But you did see her there.
I did see her there. Like she's so inspirational to me. And she's just like, as a female DJ, she's a badass bitch. And it was amazing. It was really, really cool. Really cool experience.
Wait, take us back. How did you get into DJing? How was when did you start? When did you like, that's something I want to do? What inspired you? Who do you look up to? Like,
So I've always been into music since I was a little kid, and it was Daft Punk and the Beastie Boys really that kind of just when I was really young that was just like, okay, like these are DJs like spinning and making these beats. And I think it was more so like Daft Punk with like the house scene. And just I think it was their live album that I had, one of my first CDs in my car that I had, and I was just like so in love with it. And I was just like, this is what I want to do. So it's like 2017 when I lived in the high desert, I decided to get a Dex. So I got the $200 like little Serato. It's called a Newmark Mix Track Pro with Serato, and YouTube. I just taught myself and went from there. Just learning from other people, and then just investing more into what I want to do. And I'm learning new things every day. I've been doing it for almost 8, 7 years, and I'm still learning things mixing. So every day. Yeah.
that's
I love it so much.
it's so cool how YouTube could just all the answers that you need, anything you ever want to do. You just go on YouTube and find tutorials, or you find someone that's doing what you're doing, and you
Anything.
start learning. Um,
Yeah.
to be honest, like how I started doing podcasts and YouTube and everything is because I was watching YouTube videos, and I'm like, oh, I was watching videos on stuff, and I was like, I want to do that too, or like I could do that too, like
Yeah.
if I'm watching their videos to see how I'm doing this, like why don't I do a video too? So
Right.
there's no limitations anymore. We're talking like
The
if
sky's the
you want to
limit.
be a DJ, you want to be a producer, you want to be an artist, you want to be whatever
Mm-hmm.
business you want to start. There's like all the tutorials and information is there.
Yeah.
And sometimes it feels like it's too much information. Like, oh man, maybe I need to watch one more tutorial video, or oh, I should watch another tip video on this. But what I would notice is a lot of the times is like, now you just gotta do the thing. Like, stop consuming the tip videos
How
and
everybody else
go
is
do the
doing
thing.
it. Yeah, it's like people all the time are like, teach me how to DJ, like teach me, this and that, or like we'll have inspiration from other DJs or YouTube and stuff. And it's like I feel like once you get down the fundamentals of how to really do anything, that's when it's like you kind of take in like your take of like how you're gonna put your style and your spin on it, because no one, you can't try to be like someone. I mean, you could try and get inspired, but in the day it's like how you want to do it, and then
Plus, it's like you have different taste in music because,
mm-hmm,
like you're saying, you had these CDs and you would play them. The other
mm-hmm,
person might grow up listening to other music, and their parents played other music. So
yeah,
no matter what, like you're
everyone's
always gonna be
different.
different.
Mm-hmm.
You're always gonna feel
Everyone's
the next song
different.
different.
And I don't really know like when people say like you can make it or not or being famous, but I feel like at the end of the day it's just like just do what you want to do because we're all uniquely different. All of us as people, I always say like we're all like snowflakes, and it's like that's really what's going to separate yourself from everyone else is because you're just being yourself and you're just uniquely just being yourself and putting yourself out there. And no one's ever going to try to like, match that energy. Like yeah, they can get inspired off of you, but at the end of the day like always be yourself with everything. For
And
sure.
also, earlier in the year you played Coachella. That
Mm-hmm.
shit was like,
It's still cool. This has been like a crazy
this year has been
year.
insane for you. So,
Yeah.
all right, take us back to the Coachella moment. Like, you got to play at the Tampax Stage. Oh, how was that call? Like, did someone call you like, "Hey, you want to play Coachella?" Like, how did that happen? How did it feel? Like,
But it
that's
was
just
so
so
unreal because
so
like
crazy.
being out here as a local, like, of course, like I'm gonna go and I'm gonna go both weekends, because I
You
do
got to
know
do both
y'all would get
weekends. Hey, you
FOMO.
got to do both weekends. That's it.
Yeah, you have to, and it's just like Coachella is, yeah, it's one of my most favorite music festivals because it's just a different variety of different music and different things. So this was my first time going. Again, I was gonna go regardless, but it's actually like 2 weeks before the festival started, and it was my friend Alex Updike, and he runs a company based in Bliss, and he basically like book DJs and stuff like that. And he was like, "Do you want to play Coachella both weekends?" It was such like a crazy deal, and I was getting paid a lot of money, and I was just like, "Heck yeah!" And all I really cared about is just getting like a free pass, because
Yeah.
they're so expensive. And I said yeah. So it was an activation tent, and it was Tampax and Always, which is a huge thing in the female realm, for pads and tampons, because we're girls and we have that stuff happens. And it was an activation tent, their first time doing it. And it's, as a female, there's times where I'm out, especially at an event like Coachella or something, where I don't have that product on me. And as a girl, like sometimes you don't know when your period's gonna start. So the whole point of the Always and Tampax tent was to be able to like give out that free stuff to women that need it. And at the same time, they're like, let's put a bar in there, which they did, and let's put a DJ in the middle. And so,
Yeah, make it inclusive. Don't make it something that you're
yeah,
like, oh no, I have to do this. Like, no, like
it was definitely an experience.
you walk in. I know
Uh-huh.
you invited. You're like, hey, I don't know if you have time. Could you stop by?
Yeah, it was
I still have video. You're in the
cool.
vlog that I showing you a sneak peek of the vlog.
Oh
There's a part where
yeah.
we walk into the tent and then you're there performing with the pink.
It was so feminine. Like you
Yeah,
couldn't get any more feminine than that. And I was able to play whatever I wanted to play. Obviously I played more like feminine house tracks and
yeah.
stuff like that. And just I got to be myself. And what was even more cool about it, it was like actually like in the festival. It was like right next to the Heineken tent and the main stage. Like so it was just like right there. And they liked me so much that they've been flying me out around the country to do other Tampax events, and
Oh, let's say
that's
what else? What other places have you?
I went to Arkansas, so they hit me up again. It's just like a crazy, 3 or 4 months. It's just like but it's in a good way. But I think it was last month. They were like, "Hey, we're doing this thing in Arkansas," which I don't even know what's Arkansas. But
Shout out to
apparently,
the people from Arkansas.
hey,
If you're watching from Arkansas,
not talking crap, but it was really cool. It was really beautiful. It was really interesting. But apparently, Walmart originated from there, and they were doing like a Walmart shareholders event, and they did their Tampax thing there. And they were like, "We can't find anyone that like fits your vibe." And I like to go all out for my gigs, but again, being myself, and that's one thing I like about DJing is dressing up and just fitting the vibe. And
it's becoming a character
I
and
love
just
it
main character energy.
so much, yeah. And and like fitting the part, and then just again just being myself because that's the best way I shine. And
they were like, we can't find anyone out here like that. So yeah, they flew me out. Okay, it was my first kind of like out of state gig where like they paid for my flight, my hotel, and I got to bring my decks, which was really cool. It was just like a really cool experience. So yeah, really cool. And they're gonna have me again next year for Coachella too. So
Oh, sick. So,
yeah.
are you looking forward to just more opportunities? Especially you're playing Splash as you're playing at Coachella, you're playing traveling to other countries, other states.
Other
I
countries
feel like
soon though.
other countries too will hit us up,
International.
but that only opens more opportunities because everything's about
Mhm.
momentum. It's like
Keep
when
it
you're first
going.
starting, was it hard to get gigs when you first started? Like,
It
did you have a
was.
struggle, or at least the music scene here in the valley, like when you're 8 years ago versus where it is now? Was it a lot more
It
struggle?
was, yeah. And I think it was just like making that jump because I quit my 9 to 5, which I had for like 8 years, 2 years ago, and I feel like that was the most best decision that I ever made. But just going full gung ho with something is a really scary thing to do. But I think you just have to trust the process, trust the universe, and just really put yourself out there. So for a good like 2 years or so, yeah, I was doing gigs for free. I was Bart. I think Bart was one of the biggest places I played at, which
Shout out Barcelona.
right? And bar is like it's a love hate thing, but it's like it's always gonna be that staple. They welcome all different kinds of genres, everyone, and just saying yes to almost every opportunity. And I'm at the point now, I've been doing this for a while. It's like I get a little burnt out and I'm able to like say no to certain things, but kind of always say yes to every opportunity, especially when you're going gung ho and jumping into something because you don't know when the opportunity is going to come again. And then giving it your all, like putting in your all into it, and then just making a good first impression, And I just doing that and just being cool and real and supporting other people and putting myself out there, and then one thing leads to another, and yeah.
Now, how's the community? I feel like the community's pretty cool. Like at least from my perspective, like here in the Palm Springs area, Coachella Valley, a lot of DJs and not just DJs, just artists. Like everyone goes to each other's shows. You guys are sharing each other's things,
Yeah.
just creating a whole vibe. Like I feel like that wasn't really around a few years ago.
It really wasn't. And I feel like COVID really put everyone in a really weird time. And I feel like it took us about a year or two to like really get out of the funk. And I'm telling everyone this. I feel like in this last year alone, like things were really popping off. Like out here, I lived in the high desert. I lived in Joshua Tree for like 7 years. So things are really popping off out there. Even LA, which things are always popping off, but things are really popping off out here. And there's something really special and unique about the desert, which I love, and the people here. It's definitely a different vibe than LA, and it's so cool to see people come together from all different kinds of varieties of art and things and create something so cool, And I think that's what's so special about the desert.
We have Coachella, it's like we
Mm-hmm.
all see what it could be, it's like you go to
Mm-hmm.
Coachella, it's like you Green Day's playing the same night as
The
Travis
variety.
Scott, and you have
Mm-hmm.
all these crazy DJs and rock bands and rappers and just an eclectic lineup of
It's so
different
cool.
languages,
And there's
people
people
from
coming
all
from
the
all over the
whole world,
world.
and it's
Yeah.
like what I would have never get to meet these people. And
Mm-hmm.
as an artist or someone that's in the arts or wants to get in the music industry, you see that, you see
Get so
the
inspired.
number one festival in the world do that here in your backyard,
Yeah.
and then you're like, let's do that the whole year. Like, why does that have to stop?
Yeah.
Why we have to wait to Splash House a couple weekends? What about in the
Right.
fall? What about in between Coachella and Splash House? What about in the beginning of the year?
Yeah.
So
And that's what I've been starting to see out here this year, especially alone and in the high desert. Like things are really starting to like pop off. And it's so easy like to see, with Coachella, I mean, yeah, they've been doing it for a while, but they had to have started somewhere, and then just be able to like implement that and then stick to it, like having a collective and then having these parties out here and then just sticking through with it and you get a following and one thing leads to another. But that's the thing out here is like everyone just always like Coachella Valley, they only think of Coachella and Splash House, but it's like I think now, this year alone, like more things are starting to happen and like pop off, which I think is just really cool. That's really special.
more venues, more places. You have the Palm Springs Surf Club now. You have
Akisher.
Acrisure Arena. That was a huge addition because now you have
Yeah.
also artists playing their tours, like some of the best tours. Paul McCartney
Hmm.
opening his tour in Acrisure Arena,
That was
the first,
crazy.
and then like tickets sold out within like 2 seconds, going for like 1,600, the cheapest.
And we need that kind of stuff
Yeah,
out here. We definitely need that kind of stuff out
that's
here.
why I started doing Desert Underground a few years ago for the same reason,
Yeah.
because I was like, oh, I want to do like it doesn't have to be just like the biggest festival ever, but like a festival featuring artists from the
Out
desert,
here.
you know. Well, you got to play Desert Underground a couple times, or
I did, yeah.
you did the Halloween show,
And
and you
your
were
production is amazing.
you were doing an astronaut. You were an
I
astronaut.
was an astronaut.
You killed it. That was pretty sick. That was like at a warehouse.
We want more.
Category
We've
5.
been waiting for more.
I know people have been hitting me. I was like, when's the next one? When's the next one? I know.
Yeah.
I've been waiting.
It takes a team. I know it's
So
exhausting.
it's a little difficult.
Yeah.
We were gonna do one before Coachella, but then it's like I'm already doing so much leading up to Coachella because of all the videos that I do on YouTube, and then
Yeah.
Coachella, and then doing a show right after Coachella is super hard because it's also recovering from everything and trying to piece everything together.
Yeah.
I did it 2024 and 2023. I did shows around Coachella, but it just takes up so much of your energy. So
It does, yeah.
last year for 2024, we did a show in between the two Coachella weekends, which was Sonidos at the desert stage.
I was there for
desert
that.
at this desert center stage. The center stage that the city of Indio invested thousands of dollars. You were the first artist to ever
First
play.
DJ, I think,
The
too.
first
Yeah,
artist,
it's like,
first
oh,
DJ, first artist to ever play at that stage. So
That was such a vibe. That was such a good time. Yeah, and it's like it's so cool. Like I look up to you. I know some people that look up to you, especially in this valley. Is like you're the inspiration. You know, just to show that like anyone can do anything. You know, and just we need more of that. We definitely need more of that out here. You know, because there's a crowd of people that need that. So
just trying to help out for the same thing. Is like I love music. I fell in love with festivals and music.
yeah,
Going to Coachella, like I got to go for free for some years thanks to like some local the Indio Teen Center. They give out free Coachella passes in 2009 when I was 16 years old. Like I was able to go for free.
yeah.
And ever since then, I'm like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Like once you get hooked, like you just want to keep going. And then I started going for years. Then I realized like, oh, I see the formula. Like just get artists, create a sick environment,
Yeah.
and make it fun. I don't just do a show because some people just do shows, but I feel like they don't put a lot of effort into it.
Uh-huh.
And you have to make it feel like, I don't know, you have to
Good
create an
production.
experience.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. I'm like, if you're gonna do something, give it your all. Like, put it all in there, you know, because that's. And then you learn from your mistakes, and then you do better next time, you know. So,
And what's like the hardest thing that you struggle with as a DJ that you think like a lot of people don't realize how hard it is, or something that you see a lot of problems in the industry from
that's
your
a good
perspective?
question. I feel like we're really different than LA, but it's and I know a lot of people see this, but there's a lot of like the influencer culture. So I feel like a lot of people want to be a DJ now, but it's like they'll get up there, and I've seen this stuff in LA. It's like they'll play on a pre-recorded set, or like they're not even playing anything at all, and it's like people are coming up there with video cameras and just taking pictures of them, and like they're blowing up, like they're playing big festivals and stuff like that, and they're doing it. So I feel like it does kind of put like the people that really have been doing it for a long time and really are making their music and in it for other different reasons are like kind of put behind. So I feel like that is definitely like a struggle that I've been seeing. But then again, I'm just like, you'll get your time, you know, because real will recognize real, and you know, the more that you are like that and more authentic and actually like doing the work, I feel like you're definitely gonna make it a more like, I don't know, you'll probably get there in a different way, but you'll get there, you know. But I've been seeing that a lot recently, so I feel like that makes it challenging. But also like being a female DJ too, like there's been a lot of times where like I'll just get thrown on a lineup because I'm just a female, because they have so many guys and they just need like a female. So that's cool, you know, it's an opportunity to have, but at the same time it just kind of I feel weird in a way.
They're putting you in a box instead of just for
Yeah.
like your talent type of thing.
Yeah, that's kind of challenging. But yeah, I just I don't know. It's been really cool. A lot of love in the community, and there's been some people that have been a little bit weird because it's like it's been a really big year for me, and it's been, you know, I've had some people like, well, I've been DJing way longer than you. Why are you getting this? And I'll just be like, you know, I don't know. You know, you'll get your chance. So it's
So
like
people are like messaging you because they see you
they have
getting invited to
just a couple
different.
people. It's just been a little interesting, but it's
But
hard.
I mean, like it's like what you said earlier. It doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter what
You know,
when is your turn and is your opportunity. And then, like you said, if you just keep grinding,
just keep grinding.
creating
Yeah.
a brand, a lot of it comes down to branding. So like what you said earlier, like the influencer, they're putting out content or they're doing this, and maybe they're not that good at the music part, which you should at least try to play live. I think pre-recorded
For
sets.
sure. Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I've seen big DJs do pre-recorded sets, but like you almost have to because they have millions of dollars of production.
That's what I hear.
So like Zed at Coachella, this he did have like a second with the LA Philharmonic on weekend 2, which kind of changed the set, and he had like live instruments, which was pretty badass.
Yeah.
But the beginning of his set, like the first 20 minutes was pre-recorded because I actually got footage from both weekends, and I was able to match it like with the editing, like literally the first 20 minutes. But it was so badass because
Yeah.
they were timing the visuals and like the pyrotechnics, and having fire and pyrotechnics.
Yeah.
That's money that the artists, they don't just get unlimited fire. Like the artists that you see have all the productions, they're spending money, so they got to make sure that it's on cue. So there's like the top of the industry, when you're playing a huge festival like that that's streamed to millions of people, some of their sets definitely have to be planned,
Right.
and they definitely do still do some stuff. But if you're doing just like regular sets and you're just like pre-planning the shows, like that's kind of weird.
Yeah. That kind of stuff I understand.
Yeah, but I mean, not everyone's playing Coachella. It's just like you're doing like little sets. You know what are the music movement of DJs? I see it everywhere now, like playing at like coffee shops in the morning, like people going on runs, like Diplo doing his like 5K, and then like you see a set after.
I love that stuff so much.
That's super cool. Like it's
Yeah.
like a whole different.
That's really in right now.
Because it's like that's almost a guaranteed time that you're gonna have like the best time if you go watch
Yeah.
DJs. And sometimes you go see a rock band or you see artists, other type of music, you're gonna have a lot of variables where like, oh, maybe not everyone's into that kind of music. Maybe there's some technical difficulties with guitars or the vocalist. But if you're gonna go see a sick DJ set, you're gonna have a badass time. Even if you don't know the artist that's playing, you're gonna feel off the energy of everyone else, and you're gonna be just having a good time. So
Yeah.
I feel like it's just so much fun. Like you can't go wrong.
Right. I think it's like the beauty too of it is like as a DJ too, like when I'm up there too, I like to say it's like I feel like I'm like painting a picture, and if I have a really long enough set, like telling a story, and again I'm just up there like doing my thing, and if everyone else is vibing with that and like they love it, I think that's the most beautiful thing. It's just like they're on the same, they're on my train, like they're riding my
How do you plan for a set? Like if they tell you you're gonna be playing an hour here, do you already have do you do like a 1 or 2 days before? Do you kind of get like an idea of what songs, or like maybe I want to start it like this, or like how long does it take you to prep for a set?
So when I'm playing like a really big show, I put more planning into it because I do have a lot of anxiety. I used to be really scared on stage, and that's obviously like, I've gotten better over the years with that. But I feel like if I plan more my sets before I get on, I have more time to like dance, more time to like know like what's gonna happen next. And sometimes I will have a set planned and then I'll just end up freestyling most of the times, and those are kind of like the best sets. But yeah, if I have like an hour or longer, I like to go all over with my sets. Like I've kind of got tired of just doing like the same beat over and over again, and kind of got over the house stuff actually like recently. But it's predictable. I've just been kind of like over the predictability, and I just love like when the crowd just like goes, oh, when that beat hits, and it's like they don't know what to expect. And so I've been like testing the limits, especially in this year alone, of like putting all different kinds of genres in my sets, and it's actually been working out pretty well. Like I used to hate dubstep. I've been kind of more in like dubstep this year. It's just kind of weird. And so I played a set at Reforma 2 months ago, and it actually worked out really well. So I was doing a couple dubstep songs, techno and house, and have like a house track build up and then drop into like the dub drop, and it worked out so well. And I'm like, this is actually like, and it's what I like doing too. And I'm like, if other people like it too, and I'm like, heck yeah. But I like to go all over. I like the acapellas, I like the build ups, the breakdowns, and just I like to take people on a journey. I just don't like the same like doom 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 like every time, which is nothing wrong with that. That's just not really like my vibe.
How many songs do you have usually when you're gonna do a set?
If it's like an hour, I would probably say like 18 tracks. But it depends. Like I really like to keep the tracks riding out together as long as possible, because to me, I feel like that's the art of it, and that's the point of what you're doing. But again, everyone has their own ways of doing DJ stuff. But I actually like playing on 3 channels more than two, because I just kind of got bored. I've been doing it for so long, I'm just kind of bored of the two channels. Yeah, because you do get to a certain point when you're making a transition where you're only going to have one track on because you're looking for the other track. So I love to loop a lot, and I love to have the varieties, and I love to like just really let them ride out at least for like a good minute, the tracks together, and you know, have this bass coming up and then the vocals on this, and just like sometimes I'm up there and like I feel like a scientist, and I'm just like doing these like little experiments and stuff, and you'll even see it on my face. I'll be like, damn, like this is really
just
high.
smacks
I'm
right
like,
now.
you know? I'm like, this is so sick. So I just love it so much. So yeah, probably got hours, like 18 tracks.
What's like some of your favorite DJs right now, or just favorite artists in general that you're like, oh, I fucking love this music?
That's
Or
such a hard question. I've been more on like the harder stuff lately, so definitely yeah, like Sarah Laundry. I've been kind of like into Afro house a lot, and like jazz house a lot, and like minimal. So Pedro LaBase, he's out here. There, he's kind of starting this new like minimal tech sound. So it's like the less is more type thing. I've been kind of like into that kind of sound too lately. But for DJs, there's just so many. I don't know. I went to Chicago last year, and I was there for a week during ARC Festival, and I got kind of introduced to like the older stuff. So really kind of in like the Derek Carter, Mark Farina vibe right now. It's like the old school like Chicago house stuff. I like everything. It's just always changing. So I saw Diplo. Diplo's a huge influence, you know. And what I like about him, he's definitely in my top 3. What I like so much about him is just like the differentiality. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but he just has, he could play everything. He could play a techno set. He could play a house pop set. He just tribal, you know, he could do anything. And I love that so much. You don't know what to expect from him, because I hate that as a DJ. Like, there's been times in the past where like they don't want to book me because like, oh, you're a tech house DJ, or I'll play Lick and Dip for a long time, which is like techno, and they'll be like, oh, we didn't want to book you because you're a techno DJ, and I'm like,
yeah,
you don't need to be like one genre, like you just be like everything. And I know DJs that have different aliases for techno or house, and I've thought about that, but I'm like, no, like you should just be able to like do all different kinds of varieties, you know. So that's
and it's everyone is not a box, you know. Everyone has different
Right.
interests at different times.
Yeah.
And yeah, maybe for these months or this 6 months or this year, your music taste goes this way, but then this way, but then
Yeah.
it all, you still have that music taste. Like maybe you used to listen to rock bands back in the day, or whatever it is, that's still in your back of your head. Maybe you're not listening to that now, but
Yeah.
like you're saying, in Green Day's performing, you're gonna go see Green Day, you're like, oh shit, I remember all the songs from middle school. That's just badass, you know.
Right.
It's there's no rules. There's no rules.
Yeah, the
There,
sky's the
there,
limit.
there really isn't no rules. What about the name Ay-Lex? Can you tell us a little bit about how you came up with that DJ name? You were bringing up like people had different aliases. Like, why do you? First it was Ay-Lex song, but now
Well,
you're.
first it was actually nostalgia. So
Okay.
when I lived in Joshua Tree, I just love the word nostalgia. But then I did realize to a certain point as I was playing more shows, like a lot of people were named nostalgia, and I'm kind of weird with that. I like to do things that like no one's ever heard of, but in a way of like what I want to do, you know?
Yeah.
And so I was only nostalgia for like a year, and then I realized there's like a million nostalgia. So I was like, okay. So A-Lex song, I love A-Track. So I love, it's so simple. It's just like A-Track. So that's how I got the A-Lex part. And then song is not in any like correlation of my name or anything, but I think song is such a beautiful word, so I thought they would go together. So I've been rocking that for like 6 years, and then I'm actually gonna be just kind of rebranding back to just, I'm not back, but just A-Lex, like no song. So I think A-Lex would just be
Just Ay-Lex more
just A-Lex, yeah.
simpler. You
I
like
like
all
it.
those brands that used to be all colorful. Now they're just like
Just one.
minimalistic and
I mean, yeah, for real, like less is more,
less is more.
you know. But then the day, it's like it's what I want.
Yeah.
You know, but a lot of people are like, you know, A-Lex, A-Lex. And then I was just like kind of thinking about it. I was like, okay, like, let's just go to A-Lex.
What was your favorite DJ that you saw splash us this weekend?
Definitely Claude Von Stroke. So I'm a huge Dirty Bird fan. And again, he's definitely in my top 3. And I just love that Dirty Bird sound. And it's like,
What's a Dirty Bird sound? Or how?
really? So Dirty Bird is like, they have these like really weird like synth sounds, and just like it's like really fun like weird sounds. It kind of like takes you, like I feel like I'm in a bubble machine. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like it's so fun. And then just like the way that he blends everything together, and it's just like it's crazy. I don't know how to explain it. It's like, and he's one of those DJs where it's like, which is definitely the goal for me, is like to have that sound, he has his own record label, but to have that sound of like, if anyone is just listening to a Claude Von Show track or a Dirty Bird track, they already know like that's a Dirty Bird track or that's him. Like Green Velvet or something, like you could hear a DJ and you could already know, like without even knowing, that like that's who they are because they have that sound, you know?
Yeah.
And so yeah, Claude, he just like I lost myself when I heard Claude. Like that was like crazy, like chills and goosebumps, you know? It was just like so great.
And what's like some of the best shows or DJ performances you've ever seen in your life? Whether it's a smaller intimate show, a big festival, you're like, that was one of the best sets I've ever seen. And then was like an artist you've never seen, you're like, I need to see this person live. I've always wanted to see this person.
One of my favorite music festivals is Desert Hearts, and I went to the first time in 2019. And what I like about Desert Hearts is like it's a little Burning Man, so it's like 72 hours nonstop. So they give every DJ 2 hours. So when I was there in 2019, I left like really influenced, but I saw like so many DJs that I've never seen before, which I love doing. I love seeing DJs I've never seen before, bands, everything, and just like falling in love because I think the best time to see them is live.
It's an artist you've always wanted to see.
Well, I guess this weekend it was Diplo. Again, he plays so much different variety. He's played at Stagecoach and he has his country stuff that he does. Like he just does so much different kind of stuff. So finally was able to see him this weekend at Splash House. He was going back to back with Blondish and it was really cool. It was very interesting.
Do you go to Stagecoach this year?
I have not, no. I really want to go though. I heard it's a completely different vibe than Coachella, but maybe next year.
It's different.
Yeah.
I personally still like Coachella more. It's so much slower.
It's like it's Stagecoach is like it's just the one thing. It's just genre. It's like this just country, right?
It's three.
Just,
Well, not no more.
They started doing hip hop and
They
like
started
R&B,
adding. So
T-Pain.
they added
Creed or something.
they added what's it called? Palomino stage. So they have the main stage, and then the Mojave turns into the Palomino. It's the same setup.
Oh,
But
okay,
they call it the Palomino stage, and they'll have like the non-country acts. So yeah, Nelly, Creed.
Yeah, that was new, right?
Nickelback a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
And then Diplo, the
honky tonk.
the honky tonk, Diplo's honky tonk is the
Like house.
the Yuma tent.
Oh, okay.
So the Yuma tent, the same setup as Coachella, but they turn into Diplo's honky tonk, and they do have like lines dancing or square dancing, whatever it's called. But they also have like sick DJ sets. So I got to go this year, and I didn't even watch none of like, the country artists. I did watch Jelly Roll. Jelly Roll was pretty cool.
He's cool.
But it was like Sophie Tucker. Then it was Anderson .Paak. What's his DJ name? I forgot. Lil Pee Wee or something.
Yeah.
Pee Wee.
Yeah.
And then Steve Aoki.
Oh, really? That was this year?
It was all back to back to back, and I think it was those three. I forgot who else, but it was like 4 DJs in a row. I was like, I'm not gonna leave the tent. Like I had such a good time, and they did play a little bit of country in it,
Like a mix.
a little mix. But like Steve Aoki was fucking sick, throwing cakes and shit. Steve Aoki's badass. I always like him.
He's crazy.
And then I don't know. There's so many other
I
artists.
feel like that's in right now is like DJs and I don't know if I call it EDM culture, but like that's just like really in right now. And I know when I went to Coachella this year, like there were a lot of people that were like non of that, and like I could just hear it all around me. Like people were like, "Oh, like house is taking over. There's too many DJs here." Because like this year, like there was a lot of DJs that played in the Sahara, which I feel like they usually do have DJs there, but it was like more than normal, and like there was always like DJ stuff going around.
They had sets at Mojave Tent. They had sets at Outdoor Theater. Zed was there.
Yeah.
Coachella lineup, I think it was like 60% DJs.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was a lot, but that's what moves the tickets. You know, it's like people love to go to all those
Okay.
Insomniac festivals. Like there's one every month and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's just it's like we said, it's just fun. Like you're gonna have
You wanna
a fun
dance.
set. It's a fun set. Sahara back in the day. Coachella. Did you go to Coachella's back in the day?
Yeah, I've
It
gone
was
to a
just
lot of Coachella.
it was just all EDM back in the day. So I don't know. Music definitely is changing. I think DJs are. I think I read something is like the fastest growing music genre, or
It
not
is.
DJs, but EDM
Yeah.
is electronic music is the fastest growing genre. Like for example, like hip hop is slowing down, country music was coming up, and then also rock music is coming back.
Yeah.
It just ebbs and flows, you know.
Right.
But I think DJs have always been around. It's just people have never been exposed because there's also this stigma where like, oh, they're just pressing buttons versus like a rock band that's playing instruments, like that's always the
Right.
argument. So for a long time, people were not like pushing
Accepting
DJs or
to
accepting.
it,
But then
yeah.
it's like once you see that shit live, you're like, this shit's badass. Like, what the fuck? I want more of this. So
Right.
it's cool to see that people are just liking art and they're not judging it just because it's not what they consider like playing a guitar. They consider music,
Yeah.
but DJing they don't. I don't
It's
know.
like, homie, get out of your ego and your comfort zone. Like, I
But
see
also
you
it doesn't.
dancing over there.
He's like, yeah, you're having a good ass time, bro. You didn't. It's also it doesn't matter. Like we said earlier, is like
Yeah.
it's all about having that experience. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
What's one genre you don't like?
See, that's the hard part. I love everything so much. Like, it's a hard one. I wouldn't say nothing. I love everything.
You're open to
Yeah.
to a good time.
I love
But
everything.
Alex, before we take off, is there anything you have coming up? Any music coming up soon? Any
Yeah, so I've
performances you're
like really
excited
working
for?
on music this year. I've been DJing for a long time, and this has been like a really big year for me, DJing a lot of like big music festivals. And again, I've been saying yes to everything. This is not the way that I really wanted to go about it. I wanted to have, at least like 3 original tracks on Spotify or something, and then like really going at a different way because I'm just like really hard on myself, and there are times where I'm just like I am up there and I feel like a poser because I'm not like I want to be a DJ that's like playing a set at a festival and I'm playing like all of my
Tracks you
songs. Like that's the
produce and
goal.
yeah.
Yeah. But no, I'm working on that right now and I'm trying to get 2 tracks out, original tracks by the end of the year. Fingers crossed. But yeah, hopefully after this weekend, I don't want to chill, but I don't think there's really much going on at the time being right now. No, just chilling right now.
No, we
But we'll
definitely
see.
definitely look forward to your tracks. Like
Yeah,
whenever you drop them, we'll help you out.
I'm excited.
And we're excited to hear your music for sure. But thank you, Alex, for
Yeah,
coming on the
thank you for
podcast.
having
Thank you
me.
for your time, and make sure you guys like and subscribe, follow. We'll put the links in the description, and we'll definitely have you back